President Uhuru Kenyatta this morning traveled to Marrakech in Morocco to attend the 22nd conference of the parties, COP, to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as COP22. The conference will focus on the implementation of the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, which Kenya is a signatory to.
The world is set to have its hottest year on record as global warming stalks more floods and rising sea levels. This is according to the World Meteorological Organization. President Uhuru will attend the 22nd Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in Marrakech, Morocco.
My name is Lucia Graves. I'm from Pacific Standard.
The conference will focus on the implementation of the Paris Agreement on Climate Change, which Kenya is a signatory. Earlier on Monday, a scientific report projected that world carbon dioxide emissions were expected to stay flat for the third year in a row in 2016, and that U.S. emissions will fall by 1.7% in 2016, driven by declines in coal consumption. The most damaging weather event in 2016 was Hurricane Matthew, which killed more than 500 people in Haiti. The Yangtze Basin in China had its worst summer floods since 1999, killing 310 people and causing an estimated $14 billion in damage. The heat, which impacts such as melting ice in Greenland and damage to Australia's Great Barrier Reef, was topped by an El Nino weather event in the Pacific early in the year, along with man-made greenhouse gases, mainly from burning fossil fuels. The Paris deal, backed by almost 200 nations, including Kenya and the United States, has an overriding goal of limiting the rise in temperatures to well below 2 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial times, ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius. Record daily temperatures were recorded from South Africa to Thailand. Canada had its worst recorded wildfire in May around Alberta. Data from the UN Refugee Agency showed 19.2 million people are displaced by weather, water, climate and hazards such as earthquakes in 2015, more than twice as many as for conflict and violence. While in Morocco, President Uhuru is also expected to join close to 40 heads of state and government at the Africa Action Summit that will be held on the sidelines of COP22. The summit will discuss Africa's roadmap for the implementation of the Paris Climate Change Agreement.